Hello and welcome back to this first edition of Coffee Time for 2014. I get a lot of questions from time to time about how I go about making these videos, and so I thought I would just start off by showing you a little bit about what I do and the equipment that I use and how simple it is to create this type of video for your own classroom or for your own professional development use as an administrator for teachers or as teachers for students, or to put things out there on the web for your parents. So if you'll just grab a chair, grab a cup of coffee, we'll sit down and we'll talk for a few minutes and just kind of chat about how Coffee Time videos are made. So this is really all it is. When I make a Coffee Time video, I use my MacBook Pro and I use this earpiece for the microphone. I don't normally use my iPhone, but I do have it up here to take this little piece of equipment, this little video clip here. I am set up, as you can see, in my kitchen, and this is the place where I make pretty much all of my videos. The sound is okay, but I wanted to talk to you about why I've chosen sort of what I've chosen as we go about looking at what we're doing. The first thing that I did, I used to make my videos on my MacBook Air. And what I found was that the quality of the sound recorded on the Air was not quite as good as the quality of sound recorded on the MacBook Pro. Now, you may have a laptop, desktop, PC, whatever, but this is the equipment that I have. And so I've started to use my MacBook Pro more in recording the videos because the sound of my voice was not quite as tinny. The software that I use can adjust for that, but I decided that it would just be easier to do it all sort of live and not have to do a lot of work afterwards. I used the earpiece that came with my iPhone. It has a microphone attached. It does a pretty decent job. The times when it is difficult, or I shouldn't say difficult, the times that it's problematic is when I am wearing something that has a larger collar on it, and I can feel it sort of rubbing up against the collar, and all that comes through in the audio. So I have to be careful about that. You could use a set of headphones with a microphone on it. What I'd really like to get is a freestanding mic that I've seen other people using that has a really good quality to it, so that I don't have to record this white piece of wire hanging out of the left side of my head. It doesn't really matter so much that my kitchen is not clean. The bulk of my body hides most of my kitchen, including the island behind me, so it doesn't matter that it's piled up with a bunch of junk from school. You don't see that. And I've sort of enjoyed centrally locating myself with this light behind me that sort of puts this halo effect around my head to make me somewhat angelic when I make the videos. So anyway, this is the setup that I have, and of course my coffee. I usually have a cup of coffee. In fact, I always have a cup of coffee. So let's look at then the things that are related on the computer side of how you can go about sort of managing this. And for me, let me just get rid of this real quick if I can. For me, the program that I use is a program called Camtasia. This is Camtasia for Mac, and they also have a Camtasia for PC called Camtasia Studio. It's put out by TechSmith. TechSmith has been a fantastic company to work with. Their customer service is unparalleled with anybody that I've worked with. And they are, we have put together a site license for Camtasia at school based on our use of it here for the Coffee Time videos. Does a great job of recording. I won't take you through all of that. There's really no need to make videos to show how to use Camtasia because TechSmith has some of the best tutorial videos I've ever seen on their website. It goes through very, very distinctly telling you how to record certain things. So Camtasia is one piece of software that I use. I also use, I'm going to put my glasses on here so I can see, I also use this software here called Air Server. I believe that Air Server cost me about $12 or $13. It is a program that's installed on my Mac. And basically what it does, it turns my Mac into sort of an Apple TV so that both my iPhone and my iPad mini, can all mirror their image to the screen. And while it's mirrored to the screen, then I can record. And how that happens is, and I'll kind of put this here, maybe we can see it in this camera back here behind me. Oh, let me do this so you don't see what my password is. Wouldn't want you to do that. And yeah, okay. So down here at the bottom is AirPlay. And you can see I do have the Apple TV behind me that I could AirPlay to, or I can AirPlay to this computer, and then I just turn the mirroring on, and it comes up on this screen, so that then, as I go about doing things on my Mac, you can see that it's put here on my computer screen. Now, one of the things that I do with this, and usually I do this ahead of time, but I'll do this on the fly here, is I resize this before I get started. And typically I resize it over here to one side of the screen so that as Camtasia is recording me talking, I can put it sort of off to one side and I don't cover the screen up. When I'm doing this with my phone sometimes it becomes problematic. But if I am working with something in the screen that my picture's in the way, then Camtasia allows me to just sort of dissolve out of the screen like this. And then the whole screen is able to be seen, and I can sort of edit that in later as I'm done, and then when I'm ready I just dissolve myself back into the screen and you can see me talking again. That's really all it is. The Camtasia piece cost about, I think it was $75. That price may change somewhat, but that was the educational pricing. You go to techsmith.com, scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page, click on educational pricing if you're a teacher. Slightly higher than that if you're not a teacher. And then the Air Server app was $13 or so, and that's really, other than hardware, that's all the money that I have invested in doing this work. And so with that, then I can put websites up, I can put things from the iPad up, I can do all kinds of things to create these videos. So that in a nutshell is how CoffeeTime is made, and hopefully throughout this year you will enjoy the things that we talk about, and you'll enjoy having a cup of coffee with me. Generally they're posted on Sundays, so that's a nice day to just have a cup of coffee and sit back and relax and enjoy the time together. And until next week, I hope that you will consider maybe creating your own CoffeeTime videos with whatever theme you decide to use. Thanks. Talk to you next time.